Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we get started, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurul Azifah Karamah, and my student ID number is 204001240007. I made this video formally to complete the assignment of Introduction to Linguistics with the theme Semantic Understanding Part 2. So, let's get started. Yes, I agree that many relationships exist among words. Words are not isolated entities, they are connected through various semantic relationships that help in understanding language and communication. The following discussion describes how semantics feels the way in which words' meanings can be related. Here's the reason. The first is homophony. It's a relationship of meaning between words which is established because two or more words have the same pronunciation, but the spelling and meaning of words are different. For example, the word flower, finally milkweed, and flower is the blossom of a plant. The second is synonym. Is the relationship of meaning between words as formed because of two or more words in a language have the same or nearly the same meaning. For example, happy and joyful are synonyms both of contain a sense of happiness. And then the third is antonymy. Is a relationship of meaning between words that is formed since two or more words have the same part of speech, but the meaning of the words are opposite or almost opposite. For example, hot and cold are antonyms because that describe temperature. And the fourth is polysemy. Is the relationship of meaning between two or more words that have multiple related meanings, which show their flexibility in context. For example, the word bank can refer to a financial institution or the side of a river. And then metonymy is the relationship between two or more words because these words have meanings that are generally associated with certain object or concept. For example, fast food is a common collection, and while quick food sound less natural. And the sixth is collocation. Is the certain words often appear together forming meaningful relationship. For example, in the semantic field of weather, words like rain, sunshine, cloudy, and storm are related. These relationships are crucial in understanding context, nuances, and the richness of a language. Semantics is a branch of semantics that deals with the meaning of sentences as a whole rather than individual words. It focuses on how the structure, context, and components of a sentence contribute to its overall meaning. Sentential semantics also considers how meaning changes based on syntax, word order, and pragmatic context. There are several types or aspects of essential semantics, each addressing different elements of a meaning. The first is presupposition. This is like hidden assumption in a sentence. For example, her car broke down. This assumes she owns a car. Even if nobody directly said it, you just know. And the second is entitlement. This is when one sentence logically leads to another. For example, all cats are mammals. From this, you can automatically say some cats are mammals. It's kind of ambiguous, right? And the third is paraphrasis. A paraphrasis is when two sentences have the same or very similar meanings, even though they use different words. Think of it as saying the same thing in a different way. For example, she's eating lunch. She's having her meal. Both mean the same thing. They're just worded differently. And the fourth is contradiction. This is when two sentences have meanings that completely clash. They can't both be true at the same time. For example, the sky is blue. The sky is not blue. There are total opposites. If one is true and other has to be false. Understanding words, phrases, and sentences depends on context, especially when dealing with ambiguity in speech acts. Ambiguity happens when a word, phrase, or sentence has more than one possible meaning. For instance, bank could mean a financial institution or the side of a river, and I saw the man with the telescope could mean either the man had the telescope or you used it to see him. Similarly, a sentence like visiting relatives can be annoying, could mean you find it annoying to visit them or they're annoying when they visit you. Context help figure it out. The second is speech acts meanwhile are about when we do with words. A sentence isn't just about saying something, it often has a purpose. For example, it's cool in here could simply state a fact, hint that someone should close the window or even make them act on it. Sometimes speech acts are indirect. Like when "can you pass the salt" is actually a polite way requesting the salt, not a question about ability. In both cases, meaning depends on intention, how the sentence is structured, and the situation it's used in it. I think that's enough. That's all my explanation. If I made some mistakes, I apologize. So, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.